G'day guys. I'll just give it a minute and see if anyone comes on. Okay. Hope you're well tonight, or today. Tonight I think it is for you, it's today here. Hey Jackie, hey Chantel. Hope you guys are all well. I'm just getting over a cold or something. Look like a bit of a bush pig, I'm sorry. Hi Demi. There's a few coming on. That's good to see. I hope it's not too bright in here. Let me just close this a bit. Ugh. Sorry guys. Oh, hopefully that's a bit better. No, sorry Chantel, it's not raining yet. And it's very overcast and quite cold for spring. It's crazy weather. We went from 31 degree day to 12 degrees the next day. So, and it's been cold ever since. Or cold for us. So we're going to talk about white witchcraft today. And it's just very general. I don't know, a view. It's not an in-depth, is what I meant to say. Hey Linda. So you can take from it what you will, and then you can do some more research if that's something that you're interested in. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. It's been running like a tap. So I might get started. It's not going to be an overly long live, because like I said, I feel like crap, so but I didn't want to cancel it because we've got so much going on this month. So white witchcraft. White witchcraft is a path or a type or a style of witchcraft, just like green, black and grey witchcraft. And it's also known as the right-handed path. People who practice this path or style of the craft are also, or can also be referred to as shamans and light workers, wise women or wise men, healers, and that's just to name a couple. Hi Heather. And it can be seen throughout many cultures, white magic or types of white magic. So let's sort of break it down a little bit. The colour white, when you think of it, amongst other things, it symbolises purity. And the wedding dress, going back to the old days, the wedding dress is a good example of that, where women wore white to symbolise their purity and their virginity. I myself wore purple to my wedding. But that's because I wasn't pure. I don't think I ever was or will be. But we'll touch on that later. Sorry, I'm trying to read some comments. Hi, Rhiannon. Please comment throughout. If you have any questions, please ask. Like I said, I'm not going into great detail, because if it's something that you're interested in, you need to do your research on it for yourself as well. Jackie, I wore black. Linda wore black. Oh, that's great. I wanted to wear black, but no, I don't know. I chose purple. I love the dress I wore. Jackie wore white in her first and peach in your second. That's lovely. All right, so according to some experts, purity of spirit is the basic energy that fuels white magic. But this requirement of purity makes the practice of white magic quite hard because, by nature, no one is truly pure at heart. We all have vices, we all have bad thoughts, we all have feelings that, you know, negative feelings and things like that. Yeah, so let's just leave that at that, and we'll go on, and we'll get back to that later. Hello, Michelle. So, how old is white witchcraft? Before we get into what it actually is, or when did the term white witch come about? That's quite. I haven't been able to find exact dates, but I've got a couple of quotes and things that here. So on the web, on the internet, Merriam-Webster says that around 1613, the term white witchcraft came in to play, and the Oxford Reference cites a quote using that term white witchcraft in back in 1583, and Karen Bonderud, who I'll tell you about later. She's an author, so I'll give you her the book that I used at the end. Says that, or states that you can trace the origins of white magic back to ancient Egypt, where they would worship and pray to fertility and vegetation deities or deities. White magic or white witchcraft can be found in throughout many cultures, religions, and spiritual paths throughout history. It's not a new it's not a new term. It's not a new thing. So let's look at some of the definitions of what of white witchcraft. So we'll go to good old Wikipedia. It says traditionally, white magic was referred to the use of supernatural powers for magic. I'm sorry if you can hear the washing machine. My daughter thought it was a great idea to do a washing. So if it's annoying, please let me know. Wikipedia. Traditionally, white magic referred to the use of supernatural powers or magic for selfless purposes. White magic was practiced through healing, blessings, charms, incantations, prayers, and songs. And the Collins Dictionary says that a witch who uses magic for benevolent purposes or without malicious intent is a white witch. Then I found this interesting quote in a book I got from a guy called, and I'm going to stuff this up, Joseph Botchachez. I'll show you the book after. And he says that if it is for our benefit, it is white magic. Should it be against us, it is witchcraft. That was from a series of his lectures in 1976. So if it is for our benefit, it is white magic. Should it be against us, it is witchcraft. I thought that was a very interesting little quote. I don't necessarily agree with it, But I thought it was interesting. And it's his take on what white magic is. So, and then Karen Bonderud stated in her book, which is called White Magic Spells for Peace, Harmony and Protection. And we'll get into, I'll give you the list later. She states that white magic is using the help of mythical elements to bend nature's will. So there's a few different little quotes that what did I say they were? Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm not quite with it today. Some definitions that I found. Hello, Sarah Lee. That's fine. I've only sort of just started. I was just giving a few, I forgot what I was giving. Oh my God. A few examples of, what was I giving you? Some definitions. I was giving you some definitions that I've come across of what white witchcraft was. Some of them are interesting. So, what is it? What is white witchcraft or white magic? It's basically, I had it written down here, now I can't find it. White magic aims to do good for the world with selfless purpose. Okay, so it's about selflessness, basically. It's not what you're getting out of it, it's what you're giving. Or doing for others. So through healings and things like that. Prayers, whatever. So, a lot of the books and things that I've gone through and read over the years, a lot of them are Wiccan based, because over the years white magic has been incorporated into Wiccan magic, but upon saying that, all Wiccans aren't white witches. And so some say that white magic is part of Wiccan practice, and yes, it could be, and yes, it sometimes is, but not always. That depends on the practitioner and their intent. But there are some differences between Wicca or Wiccan and white witchcraft. And one of those differences are that Wicca magic is used to bend the world at the witch's will, whereas white magic, I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. White magic bends the nature... White magic bends the nature's will so the witch may achieve better. Okay, so a better outcome. Any questions or anything so far? Hi, Amanda. Yes, Heather, I guess it is, yeah. But, yeah, we'll get into that a bit later too. Like, do we always follow that right-hand path? Are we always using white magic? I'll leave that for you to think about, and we'll have a discussion on that after. Hello, Mandy. Mandy, I haven't forgotten to your Zebra Jasper. I'm getting around to sending it. I've been really sick lately, but I'm getting back on track, so I will send it. I'll send it to your mum's, okay? All right, so back to white magic. So what do you think? What do you think about what I just said about Wicca and white witchcraft? Wicca bending the world at the witch's will, and white magic bending nature's will to achieve a better outcome, or to help achieve their outcome. Jackie, I love it. Well, I don't think any of us really do sit purely in that white witchcraft box, or for that matter, black witchcraft box. And I'll give you my definition or feelings later. Heather, yep, definitely, and me too. I've frozen people out of my life. I've frozen aspects of them that I don't want them to bring into my life. Does that make it dark? No. Does it make it white? Probably not. Is it classified as protecting yourself? Shit, yes. And we have to do that in life, don't we? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anything. So, hey, Charity. So, white magic can include such things as simple act of bringing positivity to others, to healing bodies and minds, as well as helping to heal the earth and the universe, for that matter. And we do this quite often. Someone will get on and say, this has happened, having a bad day, send me, lots of healing or love and positive energy. And we do. All of us, you see it, everyone commenting, sending you love and healings, lighting a candle for you now. Well, that is a form of white witchcraft. Because we're doing something selflessly for someone else. And I think that's the crust of what white witchcraft is. Especially back in early history. There are a lot of books out there. If this isn't a topic that you're interested in, there are a lot of books out there on white witchcraft and spells and things. But sort of keep in mind that the underlying crutch of white witchcraft is for selfless purposes. So some of the spells that you'll come across aren't just for that. And what was her name? Karen Bonderad gives two really good examples of the difference of, say, a Wiccan spell, what'd she say? Two people go for a job, right? One is Wiccan, one is a white witch. The Wiccan witch might cast, I think she said, like a croaking spell so that the other applicants don't come across as good as she does in her interview. Whereas the white witch would cast a spell for clear... See, I'm babbling, I'm so sorry. I need to cast a spell for that. To make her intentions come across clearly and, give a good interview, basically. Sorry, I've got such a headache. Michelle, yes, I will. And I'll tell you what they are, but I'll also put this up in Google Classroom. With my notes, but I need to go through them, and because there's lots of red lines and shit all through it. So I have lots of spelling mistakes and stuff. Because I was just sort of getting stuff down so I could get this live done. Because like I said, I have been pretty crook lately. But yes, I will give you a book list and give you... I'll put them up in Google Classroom for you. Jackie, I love that. As long as no one opens my freezer, I plead the fifth. I love it. So, I guess like all magical practices or paths, it is. White magic requires focus and practice, and your intent is the key. Again, because it's a selfless act that you're doing. Anyone got any questions or anything so far? Any comments? What do you think so far? Because I haven't got too much more. I've got a few books and things. But if you get online, there are a lot of books out there on white witchcraft. Be selective, but some of them, I like everything. Some of them are crap. So, but you'll get bits and pieces, good information from them, and rubbish. It's what you get from it. It's what resonates within you. So, any questions or anything? It is, Jackie, it's loaded, absolutely loaded. And I was actually getting really confused with what it is because, like I said, a lot of it is, a lot of the authors sort of base it around Wiccan. I don't know what, not religion, but, the Wiccan way. And we're not all Wiccan, and we don't all have the same belief system. But like I said before, the key intent is that it's a selfless type of magic. Okay, so I'll give you another example. You want to find love in your life, all right? You want to find a partner. So one way you could go about that would be to cast a spell on someone, right? Do a love spell for someone that you might have in mind. And whether that means that they break up with who they're with currently or not, that's not really your concern because you want that person in your life. But another way of doing it, which would be considered the white witch way or white witchcraft, would be to ask the universe to send you someone who's deserving of your love. It's as simple as that. Put out the qualities that you want in that person rather than a particular person and taking possibly their free will away. Kate. It is awesome to learn that you can be part of so many different categories, and I think what I really got out of doing this one in particular was, why do we limit ourselves? Why do we put a label on ourselves? We kind of limit ourselves by saying, well, I'm a white witch. Well, and I know I'm not always a white witch, and hardly ever. I try, but I'm not. Which, Chantel, yes, exactly. It is to do for others in the nicest way possible, without harm, without malicious intent. Hello, Marina. No, you're not too late. You can always catch the first part on the replay anyway. So quick summary. White magic aims to do good for the world with selfless purposes. Or the universe, or particular people in particular. But it aims to do good with selfless purpose. Any questions or anything so far? And I'm just going to give you my thoughts, and then I'll give you some of the books and things that I used. And I'm going to finish up. I'm going to go lay down because I've got to go out tonight. I'm really not in the mood. I bought my husband tickets last year for his birthday to go and see David Strassman, the ventriloquist guy, and it got cancelled in Australia, his tour. So, and it's tonight. So And I only realised yesterday that it was tonight, so... I like what you're saying about putting labels on ourselves. Oh, sorry, I can't read that. I've lost my glasses. We then enclose ourselves, living up to the expectation of that label. Yes, definitely, yes. And that really hit me really hard when I was researching for this live, because I've really struggled throughout my life with what I call myself, and so now I'm a witch. That's what I am, purely. I am a witch, and I learn lots of different paths, and we all do. We all have different interests. We're not particularly one straight path, because as we learn, our interests peak in different areas. Marina, exactly, and I think I said that before. That is definitely a form of white witchcraft when you're lighting a candle for and your intentions for healing, or for protection, or for health for others. That is a form of white witchcraft. So, hello, Gina. Yeah, and I'm nearly finished. It hasn't been a long live, but I hope you've got something out of it. And I was just going to give you my thoughts on white witchcraft, or my thoughts in general, because, and this is what I wrote down. The world is not black and white, and there are grey areas everywhere. The world, society, our interactions don't really allow for us to be purely white. And for that matter, they don't allow us to be purely dark. And those of us that call ourselves dark witches, you still will do a form of white witchcraft when you're answering one of our callings for help, and you say, candle lit, sending positive thoughts, positive vibes, healing vibes. That's a selfless act. It's a form of white witchcraft. I start off white, then get sucked into grey, and before I know it, I'm putting freeze spells on people. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say. Society and our interactions don't really allow us to be purely white or purely dark. We intermingle within that grey area, from day to day and from situation to situation. The depth of the grey varies, that's all. It can be off-white, it can be nearly black. That depends on what's happening in your life, what's going on. So just making sure I haven't missed any comments. Sorry, I'm getting so close, I can't see. I've lost my glasses. I've lost the plot lately. And as Kathy would say, your intent is everything. It's all about the intent you're putting into that particular spell, situation, whatever, thought even. So any questions or anything on that so far? Did I answer what white witchcraft is? Hey, Sherry. Yeah, it is hard to be all white, Jackie. And let's face it, is anyone... I mean, even the Dalai Lama must wake up some mornings and think, what the is going on in the world? Honestly. So, yeah, it's life. It is, Chantel. It's the depth of grey. And like I said, that can be off-white and it can be nearly black. It depends on what's happening in your life. Yeah, sorry, Marina. I just tried to give the basics of what it is. And like I said, a lot of the books and information out there that's current is a lot of it's based around Wicca. And I don't consider myself Wiccan. I don't have a religion. I don't follow a religion. I'm purely just a witch. I try to do no harm to others, but at the same time, I won't allow them to harm me or my family or anyone that I love. So hey, Ellen. Yeah, so I don't know. You can call yourself a white witch, but whether you're always in that or on that path is debatable, I guess. Any questions or anything? So I'll give you a few of the books, and I'll just get. I've only got a couple. The rest are on my iPad. So one was it's called White Magic: The Ultimate Guide to Protection Spells, Blessings, Candle Magic, Wiccan Rituals, and Spellcrafting for Good Purposes, and that's by Mari Silver. And look, some of these, they're not gospel. I don't. You'll get bits and pieces that will resonate with you, and you'll get bits that you will totally disagree with. But they're interesting to read. Another one was is called Light is the New Black, and that is by Rebecca Campbell. And some of these, like I said, might be based around a Wiccan practice. Some are following spiritual paths. So, and another one was Karen Bonderud, and her book was called White Magic Spells for Peace, Harmony, and Protection. Yeah, so that was the main three on white magic. Now, I gave you that lovely little definition from this guy, Joseph. I can't even say it. Boschistachez. He actually gave. This was written by another guy. This book, but it's from his a series of lectures that he gave in a spiritual church down in Port Adelaide, which is not far from where I am. 1976, so it's an interesting read. And he said that his take on white witchcraft was, if it is for our benefit, it is white magic. Should it be against us, it is witchcraft. And I can sort of see that, yes, but if it's for our benefit, if it's for if I'm doing it for my benefit, then is it really? Because it's a selfless act, white witchcraft. So, yeah, anyway, interesting. But that's called Where To From Here, Spiritual Pathways. It's just interesting little read. And this one I picked up, and I've really enjoyed this. This is really got some quite interesting bits of information out of this one. This is not white witchcraft. This is the Alistair Crowley manual, written by Marco Visconti, and it's about thelemic magic for modern times. I've actually found it interesting. Some of the things in it were sort of enlightening. So, yes, Ellen, it does have a lot of grey areas. It certainly does, and that, yeah. That's what I thought when I wrote it down, and that's why I had to write it down. So are there any questions or anything? And like, if it's something that you're interested in and you want to look more into, definitely get out there. There is so much information on the internet about it. So delve deeper. Any questions or anything? Because if not, I'm going to head off. I'm going back to bed. Well, I hope that was informative in some way or another. You're very welcome, Jackie. Thanks, Jackie, I will. Yeah, Sherry, definitely watch it from the beginning, and probably you might not agree with everything that I said, and that's fine. We all have our different views and life directions and things like that. But yeah. Any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer. Like I said, I don't consider myself a white witch, but I do definitely use some of its practices, as we all do. All right. Oh, you're very welcome, Michelle. No worries, Maureen. I hope you're well. New windows to see different aspects. Definitely, Sherry. Thank you. I hope I'm feeling better soon too. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Blessed be. Have a great night, evening, afternoon, day. And happy Friday the 13th. It's actually the 14th here, so. No worries, Gina. Let me know what you think. All right, girls. Blessed be. See you soon.